Hello, people. I hope you guys going to have a wonderful New Year's. I hope we're going to experience 2015. So yeah, you're about to witness me doing a new Let's Play called Sakura Spirit, and I hope you don't see the cursor while I'm doing this. Well, how I got this game? Well, one of my friends over Steam, well, let's just say he bought me the game and then got me the soundtrack for it, of course. I mean, he gifted me this game, which was on a discount, of course. I don't really know what to say. I would like to say thank you very much. Shout out to Midnight Rouge. Yeah. I was very surprised of how I got this game. I also got Fallout New Vegas, of course. I also had to buy the DLCs for it. Might do a Let's Play later in the future. So yeah, I hope to get in the game. Let me check the preference first. Yeah. You're about to witness the whole ecchi situation. The first one of the Korean Let's Players doing this game. Every person has a dream they wish to pursue. We all have dreams to pursue. There's just one dream. There's just one job at one of the computer support programs, which I'm gonna find. Yet, as people grow up, they often come to realize the truth. Dreams are nothing more than fairy tales. Okay. At least that's what most people say. Then, what about those who do end up accomplishing their dreams? Are they merely incredibly lucky? And it's cold. It's 10:43 in the morning. I just don't understand why the music is a little too funny for me. I don't know why. It's still too loud. Just putting my mouse carefully. Yeah, even if you do it at the slightest bit, it's still too loud. Yeah, whatever. Every man has a dream he wants to accomplish. However, there is something really important you should know, my boy. A real man doesn't give up on his dream, no matter what overwhelming challenges he might have to face. Okay. Wow, look how good his room is. I wish my room's like that, a little bit more bigger. A bookshelf and a nice computer. A bed. It's called a good tradition. I still remember those foolish words my dad used to say, but despite their silly nature, I found myself inspired by them. Okay, you're about to witness me the most amateur voice acting I am ever going to do when it comes to a harem. Ever since I was a young child, I have been interested in martial arts. It didn't matter whether I watched a match on television or read a manga about some heroic martial artist. It has always been my dream to become a martial artist one day. Of course, it was a bit childish of me to think that I could become a hero simply by learning martial arts. Even though I already understood that superheroes are nothing more than figments of my imagination, I still had a desire to use my strength for the sake of others. My name is Gushiken Takahiro, a 17-year-old rising judo star. And no, that's not me bragging. Okay, let's save. You know what? I played this game for about an hour and... Oh yeah, thank you for giving me a new item in my inventory. I don't know what that even do. Let's save it on the second slot. I don't know what auto or quick does. I don't even know the controls for visual. All I know is just... This is a visual novel for just clicking and reading the story. That's what I'm doing. Using my best narration as I can. Just doing it on the second slot, why not? I'm actually about to take part in a tournament 2 weeks from now that could make or break my career on an international level. Of course, I was excited about the opportunity to finally accomplish my dreams and represent my country at a sport that I loved, but the same excitement also made me feel incredibly nervous. While those worrisome thoughts haunted my mind, a familiar voice resounded from outside the window. Oi, Taku-kun, get your butt in gear. Okay, I'll be right there, Koyomi. Not wanting to keep Koyomi waiting, I quickly dashed toward the front door to let her in, not even realizing that I was still in my pajamas. And yet, I just noticed in the option there is no voice acting. What kind of game doesn't even have that? Sucks. Hold on a second, Koyomi. Gotta grab my shoes before we head off to school. In your jammies, of course. Really? I never thought our school had a strict uniform or sleepwear policy. Nice jammies, by the way. Did you borrow them from your mom? For a moment, my eyes drifted downwards, noticing that I was indeed wearing my pajamas. I let out a groan of annoyance and marched back towards my room. But there's nothing wrong with my jammies. The Golden Knight is a famous comic book hero in the West. Yay, right for comic books. Besides, not everyone prefers to sleep naked like you. Mumbling those words. You know, I don't know why some of my friends wear like fancy pajamas. All I wear is like an old baggy hoodie and a green checkered pajamas pants. It's a really good one too. It's better quality material. Mumbling those words, I started stripping out my clothes, not particularly minding the presence of the girl behind me. That only happened once. You know very well it was super hot that night, and geez, warn me before you strip naked in front of me, you idiot. Didn't seem to mind it when we were little. Maybe you want me to turn around instead? No, stop! Don't make me kick your ass. I decided I had teased her enough and quickly pulled on my pants, proceeding with the remaining few items of clothing before I was suitably dressed for school. Besides, I had a reason for being so distracted. You've been distracted a lot lately. What's going on in that hollow skull of yours? It's that upcoming match. I have no idea how anyone can remain calm when the international career is at stake. I wouldn't be surprised if I had made up enough doomsday scenarios to fill up the apocalypse genre. Alright, the judo thing. I'm sure you'll do fine. I've seen some of your matches. You kick butt. And of course, if you're really worried, you could always pray. Pray? What, don't tell me you don't know? It's one of the school's legends. Apparently, there's some shrine out in the forest that, if you pray to it, brings you good luck. Ichikawa-san said that his sister prayed to it the night before exam, and she got a perfect score. No way. I wish my praying does that. A shrine that is said to bring you good luck? Sounds like bogus to me, but at this point I'm willing to try anything, I guess. I don't think religion has to do with bogus or luck. I'll ask Ichikawa-san about the location. I'm not exactly in the mood to get lost in the forest and end up a modern-day Tarzan. Not really. Well, whatever. If you do go looking, at least send me a message to let me know. And will you hurry up? We're going to be late again. A hero is never too early, nor are they too late. They arrive precisely when they are needed. But for the sake of avoiding detention, let's hurry. That's a wizard, not a hero, genius. How can one person be such a sports nerd and such a geek at the same time? Let's not forget the Casanova and Man of the Year candidate bits. They're important details. I doubt you qualify for either one of them, Pajama Boy. Anyway, let us boldly go where everyone has gone before. The school. Ugh, nerd. Several hours later. I hope it will go well on my Let's Play. Notice these dots while I'm clicking very fast. Later that day, I finally got a chance to talk to my classmate about the location of the shrine that Koyomi had mentioned earlier. I'm trying to pronounce the best as I can. Please don't be frustrated if I'm not pronouncing it correctly. Gym was the last thing on the schedule for today, so once people got ready to go home, I approached the guy. Hey, Ichikawa, is it true that your sisters discovered some shrine that is said to bring you good luck? I want to meet your sister. Oh, let me guess, you want to date her. Well, even though I do have to admit that she's very attractive, I'm afraid she's already going out with someone. Not to mention, you're not her type. I already got my hands full dealing with Koyomi. You can keep your sister to yourself. Joke aside, I'm more interested in that shrine, but I want to meet her. Did she mention where she found it? I didn't know there was anything near the forest, aside from the dojo. Oh, well, she says something about it being near a river, and quite high up. To be honest, I wasn't paying too much attention when she was going on about it. I mean, she was wearing this top and it was tight and... Oh boy! Look at the look on his face. Stop! Stop! I seriously don't need to hear the details. I doubt anyone else is interested. So, do you know anyone who might have heard about the shrine? Are you guys talking about that lucky shrine out in the forest? Oh, yeah. You can actually scroll for the dialogue. So, we're not gonna do that. Okay. The one and only. According to Ichikawa's sister, there's supposed to be one near a river. I don't know about that, but there's this fiery girl at the Sakura dojo who knows more about it. Notice that I'm still looking at him. Wait. Are you Yeah, I'm still scrolling, sorry. This is fiery girl at the Sakura dojo knows more about it. Wait, are you talking about Ariya-sama? About this tall, ridiculously strong, and super scary? That's the one. I don't see the classmate. And it's invisible to me. Oh, in that case, I believe I can still be a help, Takahiro-kun. I know where that place is. Of course you do. You both do. You just wanted to tag along, don't you? I don't think Ariya-senpai will appreciate you visiting her with your usual tricks in mind. Do I need to remind you what happened last time you tried to peek at her after she finished practice? Blood, sweat, and tears. Shut up! I don't peep on the ladies. That's slander, you know. I should sue you. I would never look upon Ariya-sama's glorious body in any state of nudity. Yeah, no kid. Yeah, like the look on your face last time. Just peeped around here, like for about 2 minutes. Oh, so you haven't seen her naked yet? I've seen a bit of a side boob, but the hole I found didn't really let me get a good view of. There we go, someone called the cops. Ichikawa, the peeping Tom, has confessed. I playfully patted Ichikawa's shoulder as I turned around, grabbing my bag in the process and prepared to leave. Thanks for that tip, Ichikawa. I'll let the judge know you were the most helpful during the interrogation. Yes, you gave though. There's a dead giveaway you did there, Ichikawa. This is unfair. I was coerced. Coerced? I need to look at the dictionary. I won't say another word until I speak with my lawyer. Afternoon started. Once school was over, I decided to take my chances with the bit of intel I had managed to obtain from my classmates. If memory served me right, Ariya-senpai would be practicing at the dojo today. Of course, I knew her. She was a judo student, just like myself, but for whatever reason, she has been refusing to compete in any tournament for a while now. Ariya-senpai, are you around? I shouted her name as I parked my bike, looking around for any sign of the girl. Hua ya, ya! Heh. Follow the shouts and you will find her. I grinned briefly as I saw Ariya seemingly in the middle of practicing a series of motions, almost as if she was fighting an imaginary opponent. You know what? I feel embarrassed at trying to voice act sounds like this. Perhaps now was a perfect opportunity to surprise her a little. I snuck closer, making sure to make as little noise as possible before I reached a hand towards her shoulder. Ariya, feeling a hand on her shoulder, Ariya reacted. She grabbed hold of my hand and with a loud grunt shifted her weight, curling and tipping me over her shoulder. I didn't have time to brace myself for the impact before I hit the ground like a sack of potatoes. Holy shit. Ha! No one sneaks up on the great Konichi Ariya. Oh, Taka boy. I didn't realize it was you. I'm sorry. Are you okay? Konoichi? More like Tasmanian devil. That throw didn't have a shred of mercy in it. There's no mercy in the ring, Taka boy. Better that you learn that how than in 2 weeks' time. Let me guess, you want to do some sparring, don't you? I actually came here to ask you something, but I guess a little sparring wouldn't hurt. Oh, what do you want to ask? We've got all afternoon, and I could do with a bit of break anyway. Where to start? You used to take part in big important matches in the past, right? Didn't you ever get nervous before going into the ring? Oh yeah, huh. This one time I got so nervous I hid in the kitchen cupboards until my dad found me and dragged me into the car. Of course, that was when I was like 8. Well, obviously I can't go and hide from my match, but one of my friends made this stupid suggestion that's not stupid, that I go and pray or something. Honestly, at this point I'll do anything to calm my nerves a little. Haka boy, are you sure about this? You mean the match? Of course I am. I've been practicing judo ever since I was old enough to walk. This is my chance to finally represent this country and the sport I love. Aria seemed to think for quite a long time, all the while tapping her jaw with a finger. Eventually, she snapped her fingers and grabbed a tight hold of me. Alright, I'll tell you the way to the shrine I know, but it's going to require more than a simple clap of your hands and bob of your head. You need to give something to the shrine, something of value. I guess I'll have to think of something before you get there. Thanks, Senpai. I appreciate the help. We? Wait. We get there. Oh, yeah. We? Oh, no, Taka boy. I'm not going with you. I've got training to do. Besides, you've got to take this step yourself. I can draw you a map and show you an easy way to get back here, but you'll be on your own. You're not tagging along? Not even for a little while? Afraid so, Taka boy. Let me just grab some paper. I'll draw that map for you. After Aria's return, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing her name a bit correctly, quick preparations were made, and I followed the directions noted down on the map. Surprisingly, it wasn't all that far. However, the hint on how to find my way back in case I got lost was a bit sketchy. Just look down and you'll be able to see the roof of the dojo from anywhere on the hill. The forest near the dojo was my first challenge to overcome. A narrow path coiled along the trees, and nearby was the river Ichikawa's sister had mentioned. I followed Aria's scribbles with a bit of skepticism, but after an hour or so, why am I so bad? I finally arrived at the supposedly legendary shrine. Skepticism, that's the one. The shrine itself seemed surprisingly well maintained despite being in the middle of nowhere. It made me wonder if someone could be secretly living there. Perhaps some secret martial arts master? The thought of a hermit living and hiding within the shrine in order to prepare myself for an upcoming battle between good and evil started to dwell in my mind. I guess it's too good to be true. I sighed in annoyance at the fact that, aside from the shrine itself, the grounds surrounding it seemed completely abandoned. There was no way anyone could be living there. For the time being, I decided to focus on the reason behind my visit. It only took a few moments before I gathered the courage to approach the building. Once inside, I found a rather fancy-looking altar of sorts at the back of the room. I guess this is the thing everyone's talking about. Silently, I folded up the map I had been given, putting it inside my bag. I approached the altar. I was kind of skeptical about the whole religious aspect, so I wasn't too sure if this was actually going to work. I don't even think luck will do me much good in a match like this. In my opinion, there wasn't any room for things like luck in martial arts. Judo is all about using the knowledge you have gained through training. Of course, a good amount of talent also helps. There was simply no room for something as superstitious as luck. Clearly, this was going to be a match where my experience and talent would be pushed to their limits. Nothing more and nothing less. How curious. The boy doesn't believe in superstition, and yet he stands here, surrounded by the very thing he denounces. Upon hearing the voice, I looked around, trying to find the source, but there was no one to be seen. Who's there? Quite the cliched question, but the right thing to ask is, where am I? What are you talking about? Show yourself! Not yet. Entertain me for a little while longer, would you? This is a place like no other. Why did you come here, if you do not believe in things such as luck? I came here to prepare myself. Oh, do enlighten me about what this something might be that you are preparing yourself for. I felt a little bit annoyed as the questions continued, but maybe if I kept talking to her, I would be able to find out where she was hiding. This is a shell, and it's a typo. where she was hiding. I'm preparing for a tournament. A judo match. Judo? What might that be? Seriously? You don't know what judo is? It's a highly skilled combat art. Aha. So you're a warrior, hesitant to go into battle and came here in hope of finding the resolve to fight. I'm not sure about the warrior part. How fortunate. It just so happens that there is a need for one of your kind. My kind? A hero. This shrine brings fortune to heroes such as yourself. However, every great hero must sacrifice something in return. Sounds like what the others mentioned. Your version sounds better though. Laughing briefly at the story, I decided to play along and clap my hands together in prayer. So what's next? Do I offer up my allowance or something? Don't be silly. Money is of little importance to a hero. For you, the sacrifice will be something of much greater value. I will be looking forward to seeing what destiny has in store for you. As if on cue, I began to feel nauseated the moment the girl's words reached my ears, my head spinning wildly. Slowly, I staggered backwards, collapsing onto my back. As my vision grew blurry, the sound of approaching footsteps could be heard. Good luck, hero. You're going to need it. Oh, wow. Well, I'm not that surprised. Despite my attempts to get back up, all I managed was a brief look at the girl. The sight of horns and a tail left many questions, but before I had a chance to utter even a single word, my consciousness succumbed to darkness. Rays of sunlight stirred me back to life. A groan of annoyance leaving my mouth while I tried to get back onto my feet. I felt a bit dizzy, but the first thing I noticed was that I was no longer at a shrine. Instead, it looked like the forest near the dojo. Of course, my first thought was to look around to see if I could find the girl from before, but not a trace of her presence remained. To make things even stranger, the path that I had followed amidst the trees seemed better maintained than I remembered. Wait, where's the shrine at? Oh. Okay. I should probably head home. You know what? I guess I will be ending here for now. So, well, this video is going to be called Shall I Let's Play? And you leave the comments in the section. You leave the comments in the comment section below if I should continue this Let's Play. And then this video will be turned into Let's Play. So, hope you guys enjoyed this. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys later. And Happy New Year's, everyone. I like it how Bandicam said Happy New Year's. So yeah, see you guys later.